I am a cider drinker. Well, hello there my friends, and welcome back to the Scott.Real Project. Now today I am going to show you a simple and delicious pheasant dish, and we are going to be using these fantastic pheasant breasts. Now I've said it many times before, be it right, be it wrong, sometimes life is just too short to pluck your pheasant. Now if you're like me or my mate Coops, or you beat or you pick up or shoot on a shoot, at the end of the day you get all these pheasants and you go home and you look at them and you go, I've got to pluck all them. So what do? We skin them or we breast them out, and then we think, what are we going to do with these now? Well, this is a brilliant dish. Now obviously there's not a lot of fat on a pheasant, and obviously with the skin off there's less fat to keep it moist. So what we're going to do is we are going to poach these beautiful things, and what that will do on a low slow heat will keep it moist, you know, because pheasant, especially pheasant breasts, it doesn't like a dry high heat. So we are going to poach it, and what we are going to poach in is some good old, look at that, from the West Country, or my friends down in Somerset that way, bit of Thatcher's. What was that advert? I think it was Coke cider. Someone will tell me, put some cider in cider. Excuse my pretty lame attempt at the West Country accent. I do apologise. Anyway, I digress. We are going to poach in our cider. We've also got some brandy to flambe it. We are going to serve it with some caramelised apples, and basically we are doing this in a Normandy style. So we're making a sauce with some onions, some garlic, some double cream, some cider, some butter, some stock, and of course the star of the show. Hey, it's been a while, baby. Oh man, I feel like I've been cheating on you. It's okay, we're back. Some Coleman's mustard. Right then, first thing we need to do is get over onto the stove and start gently poaching these pheasant breasts. So the trick to a lovely moist pheasant breast, let's get some heat on there, is to start by putting your pheasant breasts in a pan, nice and flat, and then I have 250 ml of chicken stock, and then we'll get the old Rough Rider. Can't beat a bit of Rough Rider from Somerset. Oh, it tastes horrible, doesn't it? Oh, we are going to just top it up so it's just covering. Oh, I love it. It's an old rascal. Old rascal, Rob. Greg. Anyway, so I'm just going to cover that. We're going to gently bring that up to the boil. And as soon as it starts to boil, we are going to turn it right down and simmer it for about 10 minutes. Now you can add whatever you want to this now. If you don't want to use cider, just use some water, you know. So, 1 bay leaf. I'm going to put a bit of thyme in. This excuse for thyme, have a look at that, man. Ah, ridiculous. And also my parsley, which I'm going to use just for a bit of decoration at the end. I shall put the stalks in, just like that. And I think I will just grind in a bit of pepper. That's got to be a stealth grinder, hasn't it? Listen to that. No noise. So, it's not going to take long to come up to the boil. And then we will turn it down. But in the meantime, we are going to get on and make that Normandy inspired sauce. As you can see then, it's just starting to come up to the boil. I don't want to bring this on to a boil. I think that's fair enough. So I'm going to lower the heat. And I just want that to gently tick over for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. We'll check it. In the meantime, I've cut an apple into 8ths. I've got that floating in a bowl of water with some lemon juice to stop it discolouring. Right, let's get on and rock this sauce. Okay then, I've got some heat under that pan, and I am just going to put in a knob of butter, and as per usual, a little slug, a little glug, must be that cider, a little glug of oil to stop that burning, and then we will get our onions in there and start cooking them out gently for about 4 minutes. So as you can see then, that is barely moving, but you can see there's heat in it. So into our butter and our oil, 1 medium onion sliced, and what we need to do then is just gently sweat them down. We don't want no colour on these, just get them nice and translucent. And I just want to give a shout out to my dear friend Steve Cooper, who you have seen in my other videos. He's absolutely loving his cooking. Dude, this is right up your street. He's a shooting man, like all of us, like me, like Coops. Tens of pheasants every week. This is the dish, dude, to do it with. Onions are coming on a treat. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do then is add my 1 clove of garlic, which I chopped. Again, only cook it out for about a minute. We don't want burnt garlic. And the beauty of this dish is you could poach off these pheasant breasts beforehand, you know, and keep them warm in a low heat in the oven or on a plate with some foil, and then make your sauce. You know, this is all about easy cooking, delicious cooking, simple cooking. A great way to use those pheasant breasts without a lot of hassle, but a great dish at the end of it, if you know what I mean, baby. Right, they are lovely and translucent. So what we'll do then is I'm just going to take them out and put them in that bowl there. Doesn't matter if there's a tiny bit of caramelisation in the bottom. So what I want to do to that pan is add another knob of butter. And what we need to do then is take these pheasant breasts out. You can always check these with a thermometer. You want them about 65, which I have just checked. And then what we need to do then is dry these off, and we will brown them, add some colour in that lovely butter. So, dried off the old pheasy breasts, I will just season them up. That is about as much use as a chocolate teapot. Filed away. So, we will get some pepper on these, and then we will get them in our pan to add a bit of colour. Bearing in mind these have already been poached, they're already cooked. We're just adding colour, which makes it pleasing to the eye. Because we eat with our eyes, don't we? You know that. But Scott, I hear you cry, what about the brandy? So we put some in there, let it heat up. To theatre. So let that settle down. Some lovely caramelisation on that side. They're looking absolutely superb. They are looking absolutely delicious. Look at that. If you weren't hungry, you should be now. So I'm going to take those out of there. Let these rest now. Like any meat you cook, you want to rest it. Onto a plate. Tent it. Not too tight, with some foil. Put it to one side, keep it warm. In the meantime, we go on and make our sauce by putting our onions and our garlic back in. Then we will add some of this delicious stock, which I've just kept ticking over. Then we will get some heat under this and reduce it. And if it's still a bit loose, we can add some corn flour. But it's just a case of basically cranking the heat up and letting it rock. Right, onto me apples. Bit of butter in there. In this skanky old pan. That's earned its money, that has. Brilliant. Get my apples out. As you can see, that's really coming up to boil. If you've got OCD, look, am I going to be able to get it in the middle? So just drying off my apple slices then and getting them in the pan. Absolutely fantastic when you think of the flavours we're building up. We've used the brandy, we've used the cider, And now the apples. So get a nice caramelisation on them. And as you can see, I have moved my sauce to the back. It's a bigger hob, so we can really start reducing that liquor down. Meantime, the pheasants are cool. Well, not literally cool, they're just cool. They're there. You can see at the back then, that sauce is getting thicker. I just want to take it down a little bit more before I add my double cream and my mustard. And then it's a case of putting it all together then. And of course, having a go, innit? I just love the look of that. So I'm going to add a decent dollop of Coleman's mustard. Look at that. I mean, that's, in the scheme of things, is a lot, but I love it. Just look how thick that's got now. That's beautiful. So in with my double cream, I shall take the heat from right underneath it now, and then we'll put some cream in. That will give us a lovely sauce. I bet that tastes awesome. Oh my God. Apples are done. Looking tip top. Oh look. Beautiful. I turn them off. Keep my sauce ticking over, and it's time to plate up. Before I do that, any resting juices, half old fezzy in. It's liquid gold. Okay, now the fun part. Obviously, serve this with whatever you like, you know. Cabbage, again, mashed potato, celeriac, whatever you like really. I want to try pheasant. Just have a look at that. Can you see? For pheasant, can you see the juice? And that is the beauty of poaching that pheasant. Oh, it's fantastic. Now, I ain't no chef, so I'm just gonna put it on this plate. However, you have to excuse my lame attempts at dressing it. I'm gonna get some of that sauce over. Oh man, it's beautiful. And then a couple of these caramelised apples. I mean, it just looks ridiculous, but you know, this is about cooking. That's my excuse. And just finish it with a little sprinkle of parsley. Look at that falling down. And there you have it. My poached pheasant breast in a Normandy style. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's tuck into it. Like I said, you know, I ain't no chef. I'm just a home cook. But what it's about is the flavour. So we're going to get a bit of everything on there. I mean, that pheasant is already amazing. So have a look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. These are just flavours that go together. Just look at that. Come on. I could eat that all day. That is quite possibly one of the best things I have cooked in a long time. The flavours are unbelievable. They are absolutely stunning together. And that caramelised apple, it's just a winner. an absolute winner. A finer pheasant breast dish I think you'll be hard pushed to find. And I know that sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but that is an absolute beauty. I've ate the whole lot. Absolutely superb. That has blown me away. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode of the Scott Reed Project, please click subscribe. You know the drill. Also, find me on my social media. On Facebook, go to Facebook, put in the Scott Reed Project, press the like button, and you're up and running with me. It's cool in the pool. Also on Twitter at the Scott Reed Project. But to all you beautiful folk out there who beat, pick up or shoot, really, really give this a try. And for everybody else, get some pheasants. I don't know where from. Get some and try this. This will blow you away. But until next time, you know, I'm going old school. I'm going to mop it up with bread. Because I absolutely love it. All the best. Man alive. That's rock and roll.